I thought Joe Paterno was one of the greatest coaches in college football history. Certainly a stain on his name and reputation that his family has been fending off and fighting off and just going off in the media, about the allegations against him. And, of course, earlier in the spring, unsealed court documents said that an alleged Sandusky victim complained to Paterno about Sandusky as early as 1976 and was shunned. The university's president has said the allegation was not substantiated in court and tested by any other process. Of course, Paterno was never charged with a crime related to the scandal. Today they said that they'll formally honor the former head coach who was fired in 2011 amid the scandal during their game September 17th against Temple. They'll commemorate the 50th anniversary of Paterno's first game, which came against Maryland in 1966. The bottom line is, I've never believed that he didn't know. I've always said that his best friend was Sandusky. There is no way you can tell me that you don't know what your best friend's up to. I know what my best friend's up to, and I know what all my friends are up to. If you're a good friend, you know what your friends are up to. When's the last time your friends pulled the wool over your eyes? And then they're not your friends anymore. I'm sure he didn't want to be friends with Sandusky after the trouble started, but prior to that, he was best friends with that guy forever. And he was the guy that was going to be the head coach at Penn State. When I was growing up, Sandusky was his right-hand man, and he was going to take over that program when Paterno finally stepped away. I don't believe for 1 minute he didn't know that Sandusky was a pervert. And I don't believe for 1 minute that Sandusky didn't do it. I don't believe in any of his appeals. I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. I believe the victims. I believe the kids that were raped. I never believe these liars and felons that always somehow find a way to weasel their way out of this stuff. And I hope he rots in prison for the rest of his life. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. I always fight for the rights of the victims in everything. Child abuse, sex abuse, domestic violence. I'm not interested in it. You can hate me all you want. I don't have a rap sheet for ever doing anything like that in my life, and I will go to my grave not ever doing anything like that. I don't do things like that to people, and if you do, you should rot in hell. I don't care what happens to that guy, and I don't believe for 1 minute that Paterno didn't know what was going on inside his football program. He knew everything that was going on at his football program.